right, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, y'all could do better than that. Good morning.
Morning.
I know you're louder than that. Okay, so we're going to keep working. I know you've started your research on storms, right? With Miss Folsey in her classroom. You've chosen your storm that you want to do. You can tell me some of the storms that you've picked. Kira. Blizzards, okay. Who has something different? Aubrey?
Electrical storm.
Electrical storms. Parker?
Tornado.
Tornadoes. And let's see, Carson. What he said? Cole. Dust storms. Anybody have anything else, Aiden? What did you choose?
Electrical storm.
You did electrical storms. Who has one that we haven't mentioned yet? Who's doing a different kind of storm that hasn't been mentioned yet? Jaden? Hurricanes. Is there any storm that somebody else is doing that we have not mentioned yet? Naya? A rainstorm, but are you doing research on those?
No.
Not this time.
All
All right, so what kind of places can we find information to do our research? What kind of places can we look? Isabella? Where? Say it loud. Okay, the library. What can we find in the library that can help us? Dustin?
A book.
A book. So we can look in a book. What else, Seth?
A computer.
On the computer. So where do we look on the computer?
The news.
Websites. So we're going to look at websites and we're going to use books. So you're going to be required to use 2 sources at least for your research on your storm that you're researching. So you're going to use one that's a book and one that's from a website. Okay? Well, we're going to get to our website on the Chromebook, yes. So we're going to use the Chromebooks to get onto the internet to find our website. Okay? So you can see that we have our, you saw this yesterday, right? The storm webpage that we're using, the Pathfinder. So when you get into it, all the computers should be up on that, ready for you to go. What are we going to click on?
Website.
Website. So if you're not using a book today, you're going to click on websites. So when we get into websites, what do we do then?
Press weather or sky.
Adiana? You want to go to the first one, Weather Whiz Kids? We're going to click on Weather Whiz Kids. And what particular storm are you looking for? Say it loud, can't hear you. Blizzard. So I want to go down and find something about, so if we look here, what is this first page kind of showing us though? You know what? It's going to be the stuff that's going to help us do our citations. Is it kind of telling us who is the author of this page? Who is the author of this page?
A lady.
A lady. What's her name? Crystal Wicker. So this would be the author of this webpage. And we're going to use that on the form in just a little bit. I'm going to show you how you can write that down. Okay? What? Okay, just go ahead and sit down, baby, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. All right, so this would be the author. How can I go ahead and get to, where should I click next, you think, to find what I need?
Weather.
Go to weather, and look, all these things pop up when I click on that tab. So what do I need to probably go to? She said blizzards. Do we see anything on this site that has that? No, so we might have to go where? Back to the website tab and find a different website to go to, right? So this one might not work, but those of you that are working on hurricanes and tornadoes, it might, you could use this website, couldn't you? Okay. So,
Go to the second one.
you want me to go to a different website?
Go to the second.
Okay, so let's go down to the Sky Diary.
Yes.
All right, when we get into this one, do you remember what you need to click on?
Yes.
You got to go to kids because you want to go to the site that's for us, right? And here we have tornadoes, lightning, hurricanes, and storm chasing.
It's storm chasing when they're like people.
Do you see a name on this page?
No.
No?
It's storm.
Okay, look at the very top though.
Oh,
What's it saying on what? But what's in front of that? Can you read that?
It's storm.
Okay, but way up
Somebody's
there.
name.
It is somebody's name. So do you think that's the person who would be the author of this website?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you get this paper, let me go ahead and pass it out to you.
It looks like it says
If you will take one and pass it down your row, take one off the top, pass them down that way so you can see what I'm talking about. So take one off the top and pass it down. Colton, can you take one off the top and pass it down? And if you get to the end of the row and you still have extras, go take it to a row that doesn't have any being patched yet. So do you see where it says up here, sources?
we don't have one.
Okay, Aiden, it's coming, sweetie. They're passing them down as fast as they can, okay? Okay, Jason, you're done with that stack, so let me come down this way and let's see. This row doesn't have any. Y'all start going that way. Okay, so what do we do? Give it to me and I pass it to the next row that doesn't have any, all right? Okay, if you can write your name on the top. Those of you in the back, I know you don't have anything to write on. You guys start passing this way. Okay, don't flip. Watch. Okay, so how many sources do you have on this page? A book and a web. A web page, right? So a book and a web page. So let's say you want to do a web page. What's the first thing that you see? Name of the author if you can find it. Who do you think the author of this webpage would be? Chris Krenlers. So that is the name that I would write right here where it says name of author. Now if you're not using this site, are you going to do that? No. But that's what I would write there. So name of the author if you can find it under the webpage. Y'all see where I'm at in this bottom section where it says webpage? Name of author if you can find it. That's where I would write Chris Krenler. Then what is the next thing it says? Title of the article. So I would actually have to click into one of these, wouldn't I? How about we click on tornadoes? Well, what's the title? Tornado. So I'm going to write what here where it says title of the article? Tornadoes is what I would write. Do y'all see that? Then what's the next thing down there?
Title of the homepage.
Title of the homepage. So guess what? I've got to go all the way back. You see where it says home?
Yes.
I'm going to click on that. And what's it called?
Sky Diary.
Chris Krenler's Sky Diary, right? So his name and the word Sky Diary. So I would write all of that there where it says what? Homepage, right? It's kind of in fancy black letters above a Sky Diary. You see where the cursor is right there? See where it says Chris Krenler? So it's kind of in a lot of places. Look, it's all over his page up here. So we definitely know who authored this page, don't we?
Yep.
And so you can see here's Sky Diary. Again, let's go back to kids so we can find the other information that we want. And we're in tornadoes. So what's our next question down here? Date visited. So if I visited it today, what date would I put?
11.
February 11th, 2016. Good. And then the web address. Do y'all know where to find the web address? Okay, remember how we always, like when we're in the computer lab and we're trying to get to ABCI or learning.com and you always type it in that big bar at the top? Okay, you see that bar where the cursor is right up here? You see where it says skydiary.com/kids/tornadoes.html? That is your web address. So right here where it says web address, http://www, you're going to write what's in that bar on your paper right there. That way, when you take this paper home that's attached to your report, you could go back, type that in your computer at home or your cell phone if you have internet access, and show your parents where you got that information from. Okay? Because you want to know where you got it from, right? You don't want to know? Okay, but here's the thing, Cole. When you're older and you write a paper, if you just write information from the places that you found it and you don't cite your sources, you don't tell people where you got it, then that's like stealing someone else's work. It's called plagiarism. Okay? Plagiarism is when you act like it's your words, but you really took somebody else's words and you don't give them credit for it. Would that be a good thing? Take somebody else's work and pretend like it's your own? Would you want somebody doing that to you? Devin?
It's like in the book. like where they get a patch and I don't change their work.
Okay, that one look at me so I can hear you. It's when they what?
Like whenever they make their own inventions, like
Oh, yes. Right. They get a patent, don't they, for the inventions? We've been talking about inventors, definitely. So we've talked about several inventors, right? You don't want somebody to steal your invention and take it as their own, right? And get all that money for it. Okay, so we've done it. So do you know how to do a citation for a web page now?
yeah.
To write down. So what's our other source that we have to use for our research this time? A book. So let me grab a book real quick. Oh, and we're just going to stick with the same theme. So let's say I was doing my paper on tornadoes. What's our first question under book for our citation? What does it say? Name of the author. So if I look on this book, can anybody see the name of the author on this book? Can y'all see? Is it glaring? Raise your hand if you can see it. Oh, Isabella, you're way in the back and you can see it. Who is the author? Gail Gibbons. Good. So if you look right here, it says by Gail Gibbons. So what would I write as the name of the author under the book citation? Gail Gibbons. So that's what I would write. Then what is our next question that's on there? Title of the book. Well, tornadoes. It's right there in big letters, right? Tornadoes. What do you notice at the end of the word, though? Exclamation mark. Do you think we have to write that when we write down tornadoes? Yes, because it's on the title. So you have to write the whole title, exclamation point and all. Okay. So what's our next question? Date of, do you know where to find that?
No.
So I'm going to have to open up the book to find this information. Have y'all ever looked at a title page? So there's your title page. Is that going to have the information we need? No. So we're going to flip it over on the back. And on the back, we have all kinds of information. So, copyright. What does copyright mean? Y'all know? No, but it's when they publish the book. That's when she published the book. And so she has the copyright, which means we can't take word for word out of her book and write it down and say it's our own words. That's why we're doing our citations, so that you are showing where you got your information from. It says copyright, let's see, Jaden, can you read that? What does it say? Copyright, there's a C with a circle, what year? 2009. Okay, so you would put what? 2009. Can y'all see that? Where it says copyright and then there's a year? See that? So you're going to look for the words copyright and you're going to look for a C with a circle. Got it? Can y'all see? Tomas, right there. Copyright. C 2009. All right. So that's what you would write. What is our next question? What's our next question? After date of the book, or is that it? Are we done for a book? There's no more questions for a book, right? So we just need the author, the title, and the date it was published. Web page has a little more information, doesn't it? We have to have what? The author of the web page, then the title of the article, the title of the web page, and what? The date we looked at it, and also the web address. So there's 5 things for a web page, and only what? 3 things for a book. Alright, so when you're researching today, I know you've already been filling out your Foursquare information sheet with Ms. Holsey. So if you have a fact written down, you need to go back to that source and you're going to use this worksheet I just gave you and you're going to fill in where you got your information from on this page. Okay? So if you wrote a fact down on here, you're going to go back and fill it out on your citation sheet.
What if we don't remember website?
Okay, what if you don't remember your website? Then I guess you'll have to go back and find it. Right? Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to continue with our research. I'm going to come around and help you with your citations. So if you can't find the copyright Or if you can't find maybe the author of the web page, I'll help you search for that. All right, so who was not on a computer yesterday? Okay, not on one yesterday? Okay, Cheyenne, Adriana, Dustin, Fernanda, Brian, Michael, y'all go to a Chromebook over there. Aiden, just a minute, but I gotta see how many more people I need first. Hold on. We're gonna try to rotate through, okay? And we're not gonna be finished today, so it's gonna take us some time. All right. Let's see. Who's ready? All right, next group. Let's see, Nicholas. You were on the computer yesterday. Gary, Tanaya, Seth, Kyla. You don't want to go on the computer. You're gonna have to. You have to have one source. We're gonna have to go on the computer at some point. So are they going to the computer?
I got them to get the paper.
Okay, y'all are going to a table where your source is. So go look for a table that has what you're studying. Look for the books. Those two that I just called. All right. This first row, if you're on red, go to a table where the books are that you're researching. Is there anybody doing tornadoes that I just called? Okay, purple row. Here, take that to your table, the tornadoes, so y'all can research. All right. Green row, and right behind the green row.
Tornado. And tornado. And find your paper. And get your paper.
Like somebody else. Maybe we don't get on today, then we're going to get on Oh my goodness. Go sharpen it right over here. Right here. Okay, so we're looking for the author of this book. Alright, so we're going to see by Rick Thomas. So you're going to write, you're going to write this name right there. No, just his name. Because you already know that he's author.
We need a
Okay, so then y'all need to find the author of this. So, let's look. Is there an author?
Does this whole table have tornadoes or just you? Everybody has tornadoes? Okay, hold on. You guys have 3 books on tornadoes, and we have a whole nother book, a whole nother table that needs books with tornadoes. Can I take one of those, please? Okay, we'll figure it out. Here you go.
Okay. Does anybody else need help finding the author? Okay, so we're going to use this book. Okay, so we want to find what first? So we're doing our book citation. So what are we looking for first? What are we looking for first? So we're looking for the author. So what will we write down? So you're going to write Rick Thomas right here. So Colton, are you using this book with her, sweetie? Okay, so what book are you going to use for your source then? Colton, look at me. What book are you going to use? So you have to have one book source and one webpage source. So what book are you going to use? Are you doing tornadoes?
Where do I write tornado?
Okay, so are you going to use that book or no? There's more than one book with tornadoes. Alright, so now what you're looking for the title of the book, what is the title called? Twisters, and you're also going to write here, a book about tornadoes. So all of this is your title. You're going to try to squeeze it on this line, okay? How are y'all doing? This is the book we're using. Okay, finish this fact, and then we need to make sure we fill out our citation over here. Okay, which one are we on?
We're on this one.
Okay, we're on this book. Okay, so are we looking for the author? Okay, well, let's look. So, if it's not right here on the front, where can we probably go find it? On this title page. Do you see anybody's name on this title page? Ah, here is our author right here. So we're going to write Marilee Hooker on this line. Are you using this book or are you using this one? You're going to use this one too? Okay, so we're doing our citation. So you're going to write what name for your author? Marilee Hooker. So you're using this book? You're using this book first? Yes? Have you started your citations? Do you know what the authors? So you're going to go ahead and start filling that out so you can get your information on it. Okay, just put up there by that horse there. Go ahead and write this one. Here, we'll just put that there. Alright, so you're using this one. So you're writing, what's his name? What is his name? Seymour Simon. This is the publisher. You want to write Seymour Simon is the name of the author. Okay. Well, yeah, disasters, tornadoes. Tornadoes would be like the main. The tornadoes is the main title. So write tornadoes. Okay, if everyone 32 degrees freeze. Okay, we have 5 minutes left before we have to leave. So I just want to do a quick wrap up. Why are we doing our citations with our research? You can tell me.
To stay safe.
Raise your Carson, what? Why? To stay safe. Okay. Who can give me another reason why we're writing citations? Okay, you should not be talking right now unless I called on you. Seth? Please do. Why did I want to write down where I got my information from? Justin? Well, we want to learn about storms. Isabella? So we know where we got our information from, right? So we're not just copying it word for word and stealing someone else's work. All right, so we're going to have to continue because we're not done researching, but that's probably it for today, right? So we're going to wrap up, write your last fact, write down your information for the book that you're using so we know what to go back to tomorrow. All right, thank you.